Welcome to the GP Llama YouTube channel, where the This Season on Zwift media announcement for late 2025 has just landed. Now, this is something Zwift do a few times a year as a look ahead into what's coming up on the platform in the next few months. Now, a quick overview before digging into all of the details. There is no sign of any subscription price rise in any of the communications I have, so good news there. There is some new Zwift hardware coming. There's a few refinements to some of the pain points in-game, such as pairing devices. There's some new in-game features. Fitness tracking and training recommendations both step up to another level, and of course, there's some new roads. Okay, let's kick off with the new Zwift Click controllers shipping on September the 9th. Let me get that around the right way. These will be replacing the 2-button Zwift Click. These little devices here provide all the functionality of the Play controllers except for braking. They can be mounted almost anywhere on the bike: drop bar, flat bar, TT extensions, and they will be officially called the Click, but I think we'll refer to these as the Click version 2. I have a full video on these where I deep dive into all the details. I'll put a link in the video description below. And yes, the Play controllers will be retired from the Zwift hardware lineup, but still supported. Also, this may not be the last hardware news this month from Zwift. Hit subscribe to be across that news if it happens to land soon. Onto the pairing process improvements coming mid-September. It's a simplified process showing only the most preferred connection options, that being Ethernet first, then Wi-Fi, then Bluetooth, then ANT+. Some devices have multiple connection options. This is going to simplify all of that and only show the most preferred option first. You'll still be able to get to all the options if you need, but it should make that pairing screen a little less confusing. Rolling out in November is auto-adjusted goals and recommendations. Now, if you've connected your Garmin, Wahoo, or now your Hammerhead bike computer to bring in your outdoor rides into your Zwift account, this will be used, wait for it, by AI to give you recommendations on rides right on the home screen. Now, hopefully resulting in less time trying to figure out what to do. You'll be given an option that matches where you're at with your fitness and matching your goals as well, which can also be tweaked or modified on the fly before jumping into your Zwift session. Once that session is complete, coming in November is an end of activity summary where you'll get instant feedback after your ride to see how you're tracking. You'll get fitness trends, Zwift in-game progress, etc. shown on screen. Okay, onto something that's always welcomed by Zwifters, and that is new roads. And there are 31 kilometers of new roads rolling out to New York. This will include 20 new routes, 16 bike, 4 run, arriving around October 27th. Zwift say that this expansion will take Zwifters out of Zwift's futuristic Central Park into the city and out to Prospect Park via New York's subway network. Now, depending on how you look at it, 16 new bike routes is either Christmas has come early or absolute nightmare material for route badge hunters on Zwift. Another feature we'll see rolling out in-game is called Power Segments, dropping around October 27th, a new in-game feature. Think sprint segments, but with an archway for a start and a timer rather than another archway to end it, where raw watts are the name of the game. So I think this is more interesting than the standard sprint segments in-game, which reward you for having a very fast lead into that segment, where to get the green jersey, you need to start sprinting 5 or 10 seconds prior to that archway. With these new power segments, it's all about raw sprint power from the archway to the timer ticking down to 0. So no need for any complex lead-ins or knowing where the routes are. You just jump on the pedals through that archway and away you go. Event cooldowns already rolled out in-game, but worth highlighting. When crossing a finish line for an event, you won't be dropped into the open public world of riders. You'll remain with event participants for a few minutes. Optional, you can bail out if you like. I think this will come in very handy if you finish an event and you want to trash talk your fellow competitors, or congratulate them, of course. Zwift Camp Baseline kicks off on September 15th, the first of 3 in-game camps to complete, as you might be coming back indoors after a long season outdoors. I'm pointing outdoors, that's my outdoors direction, but it's kind of the opposite here. But anyhow, Zwift Camp Baseline. And on the topic of more things to do in-game, the Zwift Unlocked Tour, replacing the Tour of Watopia. This has double XP, etc. There are 5 stages to race or ride. There's long and short route options for each, October 6th through November 16th. And some of the later stages are on the new New York roads. Now, with Tour of Watopia being extremely popular, I really hope they nail this Unlocked Tour. I'm keen to see where that one lands when it kicks off in early October. Speaking of things kicking off a little sooner, the Zwift Racing League Season 25-26 kicks off very shortly. WTRL.racing is where you need to go for all the details on this one. Now, if you're always on Zwift at the same time and same day each week, maybe sign up for the series and make a race of it. Okay, so there's a summary of what's new on Zwift and what's coming up in the next few months. There's always a few other odds and ends released with Zwift's regular update cycle, which is usually about twice a month. Now, if you do want to know a little bit more about these new Zwift Click version 2s, I'll put a link in my video description below to what these are all about, how they connect, are they bridged, do they work in conjunction with this and the Play controllers. I've done all that testing. As always, hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and thanks for watching.